I thought she was gonna jump on me. I got scared.
Hello, and welcome back to another Northwood Tales Spoopy podcast. Well, we're going to kind of be casual today.
Very casual, very chit-chatty.
This is more of the, non-spooky today. I mean, technically we could get into spooky, but this is just...
Who knows where things may go.
Yeah, we're going to start with a topic and hopefully stick with it, but it might end up with something spooky.
We might go off on a tangent. We'll reel it back in.
But we're going to talk about art museums.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't like art museums, I'm sorry. You don't have to tune into this one.
No.
But if you like art museums or if you like our stories,
right, yeah. One or
then
the
you
other.
might like it. I don't know. I think growing up, I was more into like just normal museums of like full of artifacts and dinosaurs, and because that was what I was super into. But I think after college, I think it's more your fault that I enjoy going to art museums.
Yeah,
a lot.
And I don't remember going to a lot when I was younger, but I was influenced to like go into that field at a very young age. First of all, I wanted to be a marine biologist, but what kid doesn't want to be?
I wanted to be an archaeologist.
I think it was just the amount of like cartoons that I would watch, and I was a weeb. Not really, but like a half weeb. Is that a thing? I would watch anime and Studio Ghibli. I think those were like the trigger of like, I want to be the next Hayao Miyazaki. Or Hayao Miyazaki.
Miyazaki-san.
Mizaki. So that made me fall in love with art. But yeah, I didn't go to a lot of museums until like college, because a small town, there's nothing.
Yeah.
Even in Duluth, there's one which I volunteered at. But like there's some small shops that you can go and like look at art and stuff, but like no like
what was interesting
big like
like there's nothing big in Duluth at least.
Yeah.
But like all the small shops, that's where they would have like local artists.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's where they really showcase like tribal art, local art.
Yeah. So that's like what we're used to.
The art museum, which I thought was quite interesting.
They do, but like the Duluth
no
Art
shame
Institute,
on the actual like Duluth Art Museum.
They have some really cool installations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do a lot of good.
Out with a couple.
But
yeah, it's just the space is smaller. Yeah. They have the big.
It's in the depot.
No.
Yeah. So it's old.
The train depot. I'm sure there is. There's like a lower level and stuff. They do theater there and whatnot. There's a whole bunch of parts to the building. The gallery, I think. There's the one on the main level, and then there's one on the upper floor. That one I helped out with more. And they had a couple different rooms. But yeah, it's nowhere near like the big museums. Like, what's the one in New York?
Isn't there several in New York? Or like
yeah, but the big one is that.
Oh,
where's the Met Gala held?
Shoot.
MAGA, right?
I'm not.
No.
I can see it. I can see the outside of the building. I'm really bad at this. But
I know where the Louvre is.
That's not here though.
No.
But like we have been to the Toronto Art Museum, the
Ontario, yeah.
Yeah. The one in Toronto, I mean.
Yeah, I think it was the Art Institute of Ontario.
Yes.
Or Art Museum of Ontario.
I have a sticker on my camera.
I had the stub, but I don't remember if I got rid of that or not. But yeah,
we also went to the one in Denver. I really liked the one in Denver.
Yeah.
Their modern art was really good.
And of course, we go to the MIA, or Minneapolis Institute of Art.
I really enjoy MIA, and like
they do have some like big like famous artists there too.
Yeah.
Along with all like your artifacts and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite part is the Asian history part.
That one's pretty big actually.
Yeah. I'm just like going up the steps and you see like these huge statues of like Asian culture.
I swear like half the second floor is dedicated to like the Asian
even on the other side there's like Indian
artifacts.
Yeah. Which is nice.
It's like, well, there is like an area for like the Chinese, and then there's an area for like the Japanese and
then
stuff like that. But like the Asian section is pretty big.
Yeah, and it's nice. Mm-hmm. But then I guess with Mia too, I get lost in there so easily. There's so many rooms, even past like the artifacts. When you go like up or like past it, there's so many rooms. So many
little, you kind of duck in and out of rooms. Yeah. I think now that we've been there a handful of times in the last like year or so, like it's logged into my brain where to find at least my impressionist room. I've logged it in my brain most of the areas. I still get a little like topsy-turvy in some.
Right.
But yeah, there's 3 levels. You have a better
sense for it than I do for sure.
Once I see a place, once maybe twice, I kind of have like a visual of it. Like that's the only good thing about my memory is like locations.
You do have
my brain has like a better representation of that. I can navigate.
I mean, you were our navigator in Toronto because we did once from the hotel. We would Uber in, but then we were on foot, which was so much fun.
It was nice.
I didn't expect to enjoy walking around that big of a city.
Yeah.
Just us.
Maybe we were naive, but we felt safe.
Yeah. I think that was it. Like, naive or not, like, you didn't feel...
And on the
like,
train
weird.
Shuttle thing, too, that still felt fine.
I think the only time I got spooked was when we were, like, in those, like, tunnels. Like, to get to the subway thing or the rail.
Yeah, because it was quieter, I think.
It was quiet. There's no one. And there was, like, one person, like, muttering to themselves. I'm like, so either that's the demon or, like, they need help. And
you see more of that here in Minneapolis, for sure.
Yep. Yeah, I think that was the only time where I'm like, I'm going to walk a little faster.
Right, yeah.
The one time. Like, we went through alleyways.
Yeah.
And we walked to the museum.
I'm actually pretty good with, like, keeping chill. I'm like, they ain't gonna bother me if I don't bother them, because I went to we went to a couple little art, it wasn't like actual art gallery, art galleries, but not like museums, when I went with Sam out to California and like Orange County and stuff. And then we went into Los Angeles and we were walking around, and we somehow ended up in like the Chinatown section and something else, and
Cute.
It was like, but it was really run down and stuff like that. And there was like garbage everywhere and whatnot. And Sam was like, we need to get out of here. And I'm just like,
you're like, yes.
Like, it's fine. Like, no one's going to bother us but like holding myself more confidently, and people will probably leave me alone anyways.
To an extent. I mean.
And I'm not like a 10. I'm not a dime. So people aren't going to be like, oh, hey, pretty lady.
Yeah.
So I can be like,
no one's going to catcall
you. California, I'm a solid 3. Midwest, I'm a 6. Maybe a 7 on a good day. So like I don't have any issues. No one's gonna bother me in that respect. So
like, but even like walking to the art museum, like you didn't feel weird. No one stared at you. No one looked at you. We were walking through the business district.
Yeah, it was pretty hopping.
I wanted to go to the fashion district, but
we just didn't have time.
Yeah, it was like too far one way.
Yeah, we could have Ubered maybe, but I don't know if we didn't know if Canada did things a little bit different. I'm sure they don't, but like,
well, yeah, and I think I just remember because I've seen it actually in Peter McKinnon's vlog when he went into Toronto for like a TV thing. Oh. He went into the same courtyard that we went to with elephants.
Oh yeah,
I saw it in like his in his vid, and I'm like,
I didn't realize
we were there.
Oh, you saw it after?
Yeah, like it was like
when you saw it, I was like,
ago. Like he posted a video with his friends, but like I saw the elephants. I'm like, we were in that courtyard. Like Peter McKinnon's been here.
Yeah, and it was weird because it kind of just like popped up, and it's like, oh, there's statues,
right? We like that. I think that was the most fun because literally our goal, aside from seeing Julian and Olin's film
and Jenna.
And obviously
secretly Jenna.
But our other goal was you wanted to see the art museum because your favorite artist had a painting in there.
Ooh, one of my favorites. I love
like your boy, your one and only.
My Monet Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Claude Monet had Waterlily. I think it was just one of his Waterlily paintings there.
Yeah.
Oh, they had a Van Gogh too. Mm-hmm. It wasn't Starry Night, but it was. something. It was in the same.
I know. I see where it was, but I don't remember what.
I see.
Oh, it was the church. It was the church.
Was it?
Yes, it was the church.
There was another one too.
There was more than one. I remember the church because of a Doctor Who episode.
Oh.
And I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, but no, the Water Lilies is my favorite, like, Monet, like, series. We have the haystack here at Mia. That's a permanent thing. But we weren't allowed to take pictures, and there was the security. It was pretty busy, and this security lady was, like, hovering.
Not even hovering. She had, like, eagle eyes.
Yeah, and I could see everyone. I know you're not allowed to use flash because that could wreck the paintings. Yeah. But I was just like, I need to capture this. I'm like, take it, just take that photo. Yeah, my hands were shaking, but I got a picture of it. Sorry. Yeah. This is
you're not making money off of it.
No,
but it's like a memory. It's personal, like I saw it. I have proof that I saw it. It wasn't a dream.
Yeah, it's beautiful, like 2-inch, maybe 3-inch golden frame around these water lilies, and I was like, oh,
that's it.
Oh my god. Yeah, I was just and so it's also happy.
Another goal of ours to actually go to his garden.
Oh yeah, because they have probably so much of his work installed there and stuff. Hope. That is on my bucket list for sure to go. My 30s are going to be great. I better be making more money by then.
I think it was just so much fun to go because that museum was laid out so differently. Like when you walk in, it was really open.
Yeah, it was open. It was really wide.
Yeah, and they had that really cool staircase that we went up.
Yeah,
and you could see like it was like weird glass like squared pane windows. You could see like the tops of like the different buildings.
Was there technically 3 floors? Or was it so. 2? Okay,
I think it was 3. But also with that same staircase, it was like kind of windy or like round.
Yeah, it was weird. It was like a giant spiral staircase, but it was like oblong.
Yeah, it was weird.
I have a picture of it.
One of Peter McKinnon's friends, Chris Howe, he's also a photographer. He had a picture on that staircase. I'm like, wow, we were there.
We went out to the sightseeing is the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that one was there, really fun.
That was. And then the next cool one was Denver. That was a really cool one that we went to with
that one I don't remember Sven as well.
Brune. Yeah. They had a movie exhibit on the first floor. I think it was Star Wars or something crazy. Because I wanted to go in there because there was like movie props, like movie costumes and stuff, which I thought was really cool. But I think it was the modern art that was the coolest.
Yeah. It kind of rings a bell, but it didn't stick with me as much as the other two.
They had that really cool like fashion exhibit. Do you remember that? We went up in that elevator that took us to different floors.
Yep.
And had that really interesting like textile fashion.
Yeah.
That was
ringing a bell, but they didn't have them at Bay, I don't think.
Right. Yeah, like it was just like, yeah, this is cool. It didn't have like impression. I don't think there was any.
I don't even think they had a Georgia O'Keeffe is another one that I love. They might have had one of hers.
She's all over Mia.
Yeah, thank goodness. I love her stuff. I love that woman. I wish they had more photography exhibits. I would love to. I'm not an Ansel Adams fan. Like, he's great, whatever. I like Alfred Stieglitz, and him and Georgia were actually like married and like a thing. But yeah, that would be nice to see some of the film photography exhibits. It's less of a thing, which is weird because film photography is like kicked off lately.
Yeah,
like I collect old film cameras and I still shoot. I haven't been doing a lot of it. But it's like kicked off, so I'm surprised it's not in more museums.
Well, even with Mia, they have like some artist, like they have like some of those rooms that are only for like one artist to like like just like their little run at it, and there was some that was just photography.
Not the last time, but the time before. Yeah, someone had
we were with my mom.
I think so. When you went for the Native American showing. Yeah, one of the rooms I remember because he wanted a picture in front of that one.
Because it was like a bunch of faces all along
and that one too.
The floor.
Yep.
And then there was like photos like on the sides. It was interesting.
I don't know if they were. I didn't read the description. I don't know if they were film or digital. But I wish there was more from like the more well-known people. Like everyone knows Ansel Adams.
I don't.
He's the black and white landscape photographer. He's actually kind of like a douche.
Oh no.
Yeah. I think he's pretentious.
No.
Maybe that's just me.
Who's the one? It's like the most expensive art or photograph in the entire world. It's of the desert cave, and then there's a certain like smoke or condensation, something created the shape of a naked female body, and he got the photograph of it.
Oh.
He sold it. It was like millions of dollars.
We didn't talk about that in my class, but maybe it's because it was too pretentious.
Right.
But we did like talk a little bit about Ansel Adams. Let's see.
There it is. It's the Australian photographer Peter Lick claims to hold the record for the most expensive photograph ever sold, 6.5 million for one photo. It's called Phantom. It's of this really pretty cave, but yeah, it's this one
what
sunbeam. Peter Lick. Peter and then Lik. So it's this black and white photo of this desert cave. I don't remember where it is. But in this one sunbeam, there's like smoke that looks just like a naked female body.
I've never seen that.
But it's the only, like, can you imagine
this
a photograph?
Yeah.
Costing $6.5 million.
No.
That's so much.
And like, I wouldn't be drawn to that just by looking at it.
It's really
that's just me.
Pretty.
This is one of Alfred's. This is a pretty famous one.
Oh, a boat and a duck thingy and babushka.
Yes.
And angry baby.
Yeah, picture of a boat. But we talked about compositionally, like how it kind of creates triangles, and it kind of everyone loves triangles in art.
Yeah. Even cinematography. Yep.
The like golden rule and stuff, like thirds, and yeah.
But it is kind of cool, like. I wish for like just art in general was, I guess, as loved when the artist is still alive than when they're gone.
Right, yeah.
Because it's like this is how the artist is trying to make a living.
And a female took this photo, just saying.
Is that Gandhi?
Yeah.
Oh, look at him.
I have a book on female photographers, and I need to do some more research into that.
Yeah, that's one I like, that at least with like Mia, that it's free. You get to see all this art for free. I know, I don't remember how much Toronto was, but I don't remember it being a lot.
No, and I think we paid because they had Monet. I think it was like a special thing.
Yes.
That's why the security, I believe, was high.
Yeah.
In there.
Was part of it free then? We just paid to see?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense.
So kind of like what you and your mom did for the Native American.
Yeah, that was...
I don't know. It was
I paid a lot for that. I paid a lot for that.
So like $20?
A person, yeah.
Yeah, that feels normal.
So $40 total. But like that, it was a lot of art. It was like several rooms of art. And they had like different videos and like narratives that you could listen to. It was like... That was a really good art exhibit.
Or like Dorothea
I
Lange.
love that photo.
Yeah.
Migrant. What was it?
Migrant Mother.
Mama. And a baby.
That's another famous one.
But yeah, like how many... Well, even like that one photo of the Middle Eastern girl with her, like those crazy beautiful eyes.
Yeah.
That photo... This is some tea, and I don't know if this is lukewarm tea, hot tea.
I feel like I know where
tea,
you're going. I feel like I've heard the story.
He just took the photo of her and like didn't ask permission. She like he got like a ton of money for this photo.
And I don't think I don't know if Dorothea Lange, she might have afterward, but like maybe shot her but, like, in the moment.
This is tea. This is I don't know how right or true this is, but like apparently this photographer took a photo of that girl. And like this is what I read, that he like she was like in school like learning, and then he like disrupted the class and she was like glaring at him, so like that photo wasn't her like posing, it was her like, what are you doing in my classroom, who are you, get out. And then he just like took the photo and left. I don't know how true that is though. It seems kind of
there's some really like going back in like the history of photography, and I'm not sure when that was taken, but there has been a couple of like Native American photographers that like, it's not like they just kind of go in there and just like, hey, like, and not with like
they go in
good
like,
intent really. It's
like,
just
Caucasian photographers going into reservations.
Some people are really respectful and some people aren't. Okay. Steve McCurry, that's the one who took the Afghan girl. I don't know what year that was though.
That like, don't, it's cool if you want to like get a photo in the moment, but like don't disrupt. It's like nature photographers.
Yeah. There's Ansel Adams. He does like black and white landscape stuff.
But like, I think this is my love-hate with nature photographers, or like even cinematographers, where you're capturing images of animals. Mm-hmm. And if this animal is endangered, they don't do anything. Yeah. And it's like, I see an issue with that because especially, why can't we just save the animal? Because no one is saving it anyways, and a lot of them are endangered.
Oh, like, when it comes to that,
you wouldn't take a photo of a child sitting in front of a car. You would jump in, and like save the child. So why can't we save the frog that's about to die? Yeah,
I can see both sides. Like it's Mother Nature taking its course. I get it, but if it is like, endangered, I think I would,
or like
do
if
something.
We go to Yellowstone and I see an eagle terrorizing a newborn buffalo, and the mom is off in there, I might throw a rock at it. I'll save the baby bison,
because mama bison gonna go after me.
Right. But like it's something, maybe that wasn't the best example, but like
when it comes to like a big predator, I ain't getting involved.
Oh yeah, no, because it ends up being like you versus something that is clearly stronger than you. But I just like, there was a photo I saw of a frog that was it landed on like a thorny plant, and it got stabbed. And the photographer even said in there, it's like, I chose not to save this frog or like pluck it from the thorn. And then after because someone commented like, why? Like, and he's like, well, later the frog wasn't there anymore. Mm-hmm. So he's assuming that like he did all right. Yeah. Because there wasn't like, I guess where he was, there wasn't birds or anything. So you can't be like, a bird picked them off.
Something else could have got him though, but like maybe it could have been an easy dinner for something else. But then it's like, do you want to disrupt that? Because like, what if that animal like really needed the food? Right? Anyways? Yeah, and so, like, the circle of life. I get it.
Yeah, but I don't know. Or even like if you're taking a photo at like a protest, and you see someone who's about to get like
maced.
That or something, instead of taking the photo, help them. Yeah. Like, the photo might be broadcasted on ABC News, but at the end of the day, it's you can capture it, or you can step in and actually, prevent something.
I don't think I'd have enough. Like, if everything's happening so fast, I would just be like, camera, click, click. Yeah. I can't like.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been in a situation where I had to choose between a life and a photo, no matter the life, if it's animal, bug, person, but if it's an animal, that's why we got tripods. Yeah. You just stick it on a tripod, you press record, and then you go help it. That's how I see it. I don't know. I think it's just like, there's more laws protecting people than there are animals. So like, why not just save the animal? Why not? I don't think that would ruin life.
Well, you've heard about the butterfly effect, right? Did you ever have to read that story about the guy who like time travels, steps on a butterfly, and changes the course of history because he killed that butterfly by stepping on it?
I know that.
The story or whatever.
I know that part, what you just said. Yeah. But not.
But like, what if you saving that frog changed history for the worse?
But the froggy gets to live.
At what cost?
The froggies cost.
Oh, I
just love animals.
Yeah,
I can't.
I do too, but I think I'm just gonna let Mother Nature take its course.
Yeah, Mother Nature's definitely she created COVID. She's taking her course right now. Oh lordy.
This is Mother Nature in action.
Yeah. That's one thing they should have in a museum is like a COVID.
Oh, there will
like
be
photographs of first responders and healthcare workers.
There will be. Well,
I hope so.
They opening next.
Oh yeah.
Actually, did they open back up already? Or is it
Oh,
April?
I thought it was April.
I know Yellowstone. We were looking up
Yellowstone.
Going back and forth.
I think so bad.
Their roads are open in April, but they're probably gonna have something on display once they reopen.
Yes. I don't know. I've done. I remember when I was little, and I would take my mom's camera when she used to have like a floppy disk camera, and I would fill up her floppy disk. It's a digital camera that you stuck in a floppy disk to take photos, and I would
don't
fill
remember
them
that at all.
Yes, Mother, if you're listening and you still have the floppy disk camera, I need to show this to the world.
I've never.
But I would fill up her floppy disks with photos of just random, and she would get so mad.
Yeah, I was that kid too.
Because I would fill up all the floppy disks, and then she finally got a digital camera, like her Canon
I had
Rebel.
this like really old point and shoot that was the size of like
she
a
had
wallet.
a point and shoot, and then I terrorized using the point and shoot, and then she got the big camera, and I would take that and just because it could record like video and like I would take it all the time.
Camcorder that had the VHS one.
Yes, so my mom has one of those too. Yes,
so we'd have it on our shoulder and we'd film like little short films, me and my siblings and sometimes my cousins. Yeah,
that was the best.
That sucker was big.
Yeah, my
mom, I'm like, she used to lug that thing around and film us doing stuff. I'm like, oh, and then she switched to like the actual like camcorder with the the smaller.
My dad has one of those.
That was. What was after the VHS, the small ones? That was smaller than a cassette.
Oh, RVs.
Yeah, something like that. I think
I just remember kind of the logo.
Yeah, she had something like that, and then she switched to the newer ones with the SDs.
Yeah. But I remember just snatching all of her cameras and just filling up whatever entity held the photos, and she got so mad.
Or if I was given a disposable camera, there'd be so much garbage when we got it back.
Especially if you forgot to put the flash on, so like it was all black.
Yeah, I'm happy that those are coming back and people are liking it, but I'm sure it's still basically the same old stuff. You just gotta know your lighting because you can't adjust anything with those like you can an actual.
A new one,
film camera,
modern.
And the old stuff was built so good,
better
compared to like now. It's all plastic bodies. All my retro cameras have like the metal. The Japanese
like you could knock someone out with that thing. Yeah,
they did the best. I think they're they made Pentax.
Ooh, is that the one that they had in Stranger Things?
The K1000, probably. That's like the like. Top tier beginner photographer, just like all around great picture. Good camera. I finally found one at an antique shop. I was so excited because it was under $100. You remember that?
Which one was it at?
In Superior.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, our favorite antique one on the main.
Yes.
Yep. I was so happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Louvre is on my list.
The Louvre.
The one in New York that I can't remember the name of. That was, it's on my list. I don't know the name. I don't know if there's any other museums that I want to specifically go to.
I don't know if it doesn't really count as an art museum, but I went to the museum in Chicago. That was a lot of fun. It was, I don't remember what it's called, but it has Ghost in the Darkness in there. The two lions from Savo. That was so fun because I loved that movie.
Oh, the Met Museum. Metropolitan Museum of Art. Wow.
Oh, no. I didn't even say Met Gala.
Oh, MoMA. Museum of Modern Art, too. That's the one I was thinking of.
MoMA.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my.
Yeah, that one's in New York. I believe.
Yes. So we have a list.
And then, water lilies.
Oh,
sorry.
the water lilies?
I'm on their website.
Wait, do they have them too?
MoMA. You want to know how many water lilies he's painted?
Oh, okay. So it's not just like one painting that's like
no,
just hopping around.
That haystack one that's at Mia, he would go sit out there and paint it at different times during the day. So he has like 50.
How convenient is that? How much money?
That's how they would study light.
But like how much, you have to imagine like is the water lily like his most famous one?
I would think so.
So if he does like several.
Yeah, I think they're numbered.
But
like he has his garden, so he could go sit out there. Yeah, so like, he would sit out there.
Just the ones who run his estate, how much money each of these museums are giving them to hold.
Yep, his estate.
His art. Yeah, especially it's like if you're like copy pasting like the Mona Lisa.
Yeah,
like let me just do 5 and then have
it's like royalty payments.
Yeah. Like it's not just one where it's like, well, okay, only one museum can give us money to hold this painting, but like let's send them to 5 of them.
Do you remember the did you go to the Geology Museum in South Dakota? Did we stop there on our road trip?
That doesn't sound familiar.
No, we have to go.
Okay.
When we go to Rapid City, they have a geology museum with dinosaur bones and rocks and crystals and minerals.
Where
we went to one out in Washington, didn't we?
Yeah, wasn't it the Dinosaur Museum?
We went into one different. I don't remember if we went to the one in Rapid City.
I think that was that with Svenja? No.
It might have been on our other road trip, but there's one in Rapid City, South Dakota.
I think it was with Svenja and Bruna because we went into a museum. And I remember we had you had a backpack and they're like, you have to be in front of you.
Yeah, that or I
so
had
you don't
to check
knock
it.
something over.
Right.
That was fun.
But yeah, like not just art museums, just museums.
All the museums. I love all of them. I know it's kind of controversial because like taking artifacts.
Right. I'm sure that has dinosaur bones I think are different though.
As long as it's not like in a different area.
Get a permit to dig.
Right. But it's tough because I see it both ways. Where if, say, with Mia, for instance, if they didn't have the Asian history part, how many people wouldn't know about Asian history to that extent to really see, like, they used to have this. Like, how many of those families can't just fly to Japan? Like, Mia, because it's free, it brings a lot of very low-income families in to learn about world history,
right? Yeah,
in a way that is slower paced than school, where you can actually see these.
Okay, I found the vlog.
Our vlog? Yeah.
This is after Yellowstone.
That's your brother.
Yeah, but I'm wearing my backpack on my chest, so
yes,
that's the memory.
That was with Noah
from this trip. Yeah, and they showed with the feathers.
I'm so glad I was like vlogging every day. Because that trip just like flew by.
I don't remember, and we didn't put it in the description, but this must have been. Where else did we stop? My brother's playing with something inside the. We were at another museum. We must have stopped somewhere.
We stopped a lot.
Where did we go?
I don't know.
Oh. But no, there's a different one. There's a geology one. I think
we definitely didn't.
I remember I was with my family and nobody else wanted to go in with me because I wanted to look at the crystals and the bones. And so I went in there by myself and it was raining out and they sat in the car.
How sad is that? Oh.
But yeah, we need to go to that one.
I love that your family trusted you enough to go in on your own.
I was a teen at that point.
I mean, still.
And I think it was free because it's connected to the university.
Oh, that's nice.
In South Dakota, whatever the one in Rapid City is.
You know what museum we haven't been to yet? The Bell. And I...
Oh, yeah. Or the Swedish.
Oh, we haven't been to the Swedish. Oh, my God. And we're Swedish. We haven't been to the Swedish Institute.
I'm like 25% Swede and 40-some% Finnish. They're close. There's Viking artifacts in there, I think, too.
Are there any ghosts there?
There probably is.
Ah!
Anything old.
Yeah, I mean,
what was my quote that I said? Anything old is like ghosts.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
We'll have to find that quote. That was a good quote. I like that. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. That's our hot take on
museums.
This gets to like the extent of like our super nerdiness.
Right, art related stuff. Creativity.
I mean, we could go on about like
I'm more
archaeology
of like,
that I really love.
Yeah, you're on that kind of spectrum. You like your film knowledge and your artifacts and your archaeology stuff, and I'm on like the painting and the film photography.
Both old
spectrums.
We like old stuff.
The old stuff, yes. Even though I would never paint like Renaissance style paintings, that hurts my brain. The like realism of it,
how like detailed it is.
No, props to those guys. Yeah. I could never.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. Well, if you made it this far to our nerdy art talk, thank you.
Thanks for listening.
And we'll see you next time.
Next week.
Hopefully something spooky.
Yes.
I think we gotta do something spooky.
Something spooky.
Spooky skeletons. Shivers down my spine. Okay, we'll see you next week.
Goodbye.